like textbook wise how much of sex is mental, but it starts there for me.
For
Like
sure.
I have to really be there, have a connection with you mentally for me even
Mhm.
to want to go there. Like so much of it is not really how I feel, but what
Mm.
my mental capacity is for a person. And I wonder
Mhm.
how much that truly is connected to sex in terms of how you think and what that
Yeah,
connection is to your body.
That's good.
absolutely, because your brain is telling your body what to do,
Yeah.
right? So it sounds like from a psychological perspective, like you're going to be turned on by like information, right? Like
Mhm.
connecting to someone's intellect. How do
Yes.
they
Yes.
process information?
Stick
Right?
them
Like
Yes.
all
panties
of
right
the,
down my legs,
You know what
okay?
there
I'm
you
saying?
go. There you go. Quote that
Mhm.
Shakespeare one more time so I can see, right? Like that's
So
important.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so when you know that about yourself, again, that insight is so important because then you know exactly what you're looking for,
Mhm.
Mhm. Yeah.
right? Like you have to use that as your guide and listen to that. And your foreplay may look different than someone else's foreplay because you may need some level of that mental stimulation in order for you to feel connected emotionally.
Yeah. You know what? Can we talk about the big O?
Yeah,
Because
let's talk
it
about it.
seems to be a hot topic because
Yeah.
it is unfortunate because some people, I have friends, women in my circle who just can't
Never.
experience orgasms either way, whether it
Yeah.
be oral, maybe sometimes oral, but never through physical penetration. Like within,
Yeah.
I don't understand that because, orgasms are amazing. I couldn't even imagine not having them. But there are
Right.
some people who just shut up, Shay. There are some people who can't.
Like
What?
orgasm snob? Like, get out of here. I can imagine not having one.
I just can't even imagine. But it's real. You know this, right? Like I'm sure some of
Yeah.
your patients who come, to speak with you, that's
Yeah.
probably a topic, right?
It
But
is.
what happens? Like, is it because they don't surrender and,
Mm.
and just offer up their whole beings? Like what is it more
Mhm.
mental? I even remember reading somewhere that orgasms, like if you're healthier, that you can have orgasms, like it's tied to like your diet, which is crazy.
Yes, it does
So,
make an impact.
right. Oh, so let's
Yes.
dig in that.
Stop.
There's so
Yes.
many variables. So just to have us on the same page, what an orgasm is, right?
Okay.
An orgasm is the progression of pleasure that peaks, essentially. That's
That
it.
just
Like
sounds erotic.
it does.
Sounds like my
But it-
Instant Pot.
Basically,
when the pressure release and the steam just goes.
when the yes, that's exactly
This
what it is,
conversation
right?
is like arousing me. Is that normal?
Yes.
Very, very normal.
I just gotta be
I'm so
honest.
glad
I
to
mean,
hear
seriously.
that because if
Yeah.
it's not, then I'm not doing a good job as a guest. So thank you for the affirmation
You're
and
welcome.
validation.
I love this.
Love it.
Okay, so
But
big
yes, so
O.
that's what an orgasm is, right? So it's the build of sexual tension
Yeah.
that gets released. Now, in order to experience that, there are so many variables involved. We're talking
Okay.
environment. This is where health comes into play,
Okay.
medications that could be hindering it, hormones, age, race, socioeconomic, like there's all of these factors that play a part in someone's ability to orgasm. But then from a body perspective and stimulation, there's some things that we have to know. One is the vaginal canal does not have this plethora of nerve endings. So this idea that through penetration, women should just have these orgasms, that was just false advertisement. Like that we've just been taught wrong, right? But most of that is because it comes from a patriarchal perspective, right? And so if someone with a penis has sex, their focus is on their pleasure and not their partner's